This could be it. This could be it. Let's go. Yes!
That old saying, never meet your heroes.
Crystal Dynamics presents.
Well, I did.
Avengers
And
Day.
it was awesome. The Avengers were everything I imagined.
The graphics look a bit weird. San Francisco. Huh.
Tony, check it out.
Interesting.
Try to keep up. This just got a whole lot more interesting.
Time to Hulk out. That's my secret. I'm always angry.
Let's make this quick. Secure the bridge. Those weapons can't get into the city.
That had to be gameplay right there. Oh. And Hulk. Thor.
What's your status?
Nice.
Humans trapped. Lots of small, angry men with
Okay, so
guns.
who are these guys?
Is that a joke? Did Thor make a joke?
It's just like Lego Marvel.
They got pulsar.
About Iron Man making a comment about Thor making a joke.
Tony!
Nice save, Hulk.
Cap, what's going on over there?
Start the Chimera. What's your status? We should head back.
No, stay on task. There are still civilians on this bridge.
Reactor.
Damn it, they played us.
Some say they were set up. Others call them murderers.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Tony's hair looks kind of weird.
We all lost
May
something
just
that
be
day.
me. Also, Captain America?
But that's not how this story
Did-
ends.
Captain America dead? I don't believe it. Abomination. Space armor Iron Man.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Okay, from what little we saw, this could be pretty good.
Please welcome Sean Eskai, Creative Director, Crystal Dynamics, and Bill Roseman, Vice President and Creative Director, Marvel Games.
I was about to freak out when they said Bill Roseman, but then I realized, oh yeah, he's the director of Marvel Games.
We love you. Yeah.
Thank you everyone. We are incredibly excited to reveal Marvel's Avengers to the world. A few years ago, Crystal Dynamics and Marvel began collaborating on an original Avengers game. One that combined epic action-adventure with cinematic storytelling. A game where we as players can experience in both single-player and co-op what it's like to be Earth's mightiest heroes.
Do I have any true believers in the house?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Because you will instantly recognize your favorite superheroes and villains. But you'll also see that they're unique to this game.
Interesting.
As this is Crystal's interpretation of these iconic characters.
Okay.
Our story begins at A-Day, as San Francisco celebrates the opening of the Avengers West Coast headquarters.
Ooh, like
And the
West
team's
Coast
custom helicopter,
Avengers?
outfitted with a strange experimental energy source.
So it could be
However,
tied to
turns
Spider-Man
heavy
PS4
when the
because
team
he does make a
steals new
reference to
technology.
that.
results in massive.
The Avengers must be in the West Coast
Blamed for
surfing
the
or
tragedy,
something.
The Avengers are outlawed, and our heroes disband.
Outlawed and disband, I see.
5 years later, a
Kind of like
horrific
Civil
evil
War.
threatens the world.
5 years later.
And
Just
our
like
goal
Endgame.
is to reassemble Earth's mightiest heroes. You'll play as your favorite Avengers in an all-new original story showcasing authentic Marvel heroism and humanity. It's about losing what matters to you most
Together,
and
we'll
fighting
lose.
to get it back.
As they say in Age of Ultron.
Most importantly, this is a story about self-acceptance in the face of adversity, about embracing our individual powers and learning that together we are mighty.
You'll lead the team as the legendary super soldier, Captain America. You'll call down the lightning as the Asgardian god of thunder, Thor.
Okay, so he can't be dead if he's gonna be the leader
You'll channel
in
the
this whole
anger
thing.
of scientist Bruce Banner by unleashing the Hulk.
Hulk could be
You'll
pretty
gather
fun.
intel and strike swiftly as the ultimate tactical spy, Black Widow.
Black Widow, I'm not too sure about Black Widow though.
And finally, you'll blast through the sky as the charismatic Tony Stark, known to the wider world as the Armored Iron Man.
Black Widow, I don't think is gonna be very fun.
To bring this incredible
Cap,
story to life,
I have
we've assembled
my
an
doubts,
all-star
but
cast.
if they do it
I'll
correctly,
let
it could
them
be fun.
introduce themselves.
Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man, I know they're gonna be awesome. Yes.
So, here we are. Avengers Assemble. Who are you people again? Hi, I'm Troy Baker, and I play Bruce.
Of course.
Hi, I'm Jeff Shine, and I play
Troy Baker, the guy who's in every video game ever.
Play Thor.
Hi, I'm Laura Bailey, and I'm playing Black
Oh,
Widow.
Laura Bailey is Black
I'm
Widow.
Nolan North. I play Tony
And
Stark.
Nolan North
There's
is
certain
Tony
characters
Stark.
that have to be talked into.
He was
You know,
Nathan Drake in
someone
Uncharted.
played Tony Stark, Iron Man. Yeah, yes. You know, everybody always portrays him as this super confident character. And I think it's a mask for him. I think he's one of the most vulnerable guys.
I think Bruce is just such a cool character. A lot of people are really quick to bring out the big green, but I think that Bruce is a super complex character. He's fun, and I've never played him before.
What is very relatable about Natasha is she's extremely capable, but she's at the core, she's human. She's surrounded by all of this larger-than-life stuff, and she has to step up to it.
I feel like Thor got really interesting in the last like 10 or 15 years. For me, I like where he's kind of landed in the public eye, you know.
One of the things I think is cool about Cap is I never feel like he necessarily wants to be a leader. He accepts that he is. I feel like sometimes the best leaders are the ones who don't necessarily want to be, but they're right for the job.
Having an original story to tell as well, what they've done at Crystal Dynamics is great, so I think everybody's going to be pretty stoked.
The Avengers are at their best when they are all together, but the chemistry is do not shake.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Can't wait for you to be able to play the game, but right now, you don't have to wait for some exclusive content.
Exclusive content. 5 years after Avengers Day.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Did you even check the science? Did you check
It was a
the science?
heist, Bruce.
No.
We were outsmarted.
The Terrigen reactor was unstable, and you knew that, and you still paraded it before the entire world.
So what? We just give up? We didn't give up, Tony. We failed. At least I can admit that.
No, we failed him. We failed him.
Please welcome Scott Amos, Head of Studio, and Megan Marie, Senior Community and Social Media Manager, Crystal Dynamics.
Hello, E3! You've just seen a high-level view of the cinematic and character-driven campaign of Marvel's Avengers. But launch is only the beginning of this adventure.
Okay, I guess this is...
Marvel's Avengers delivers a narrative over multiple years.
Okay.
With exciting new content released at a regular basis.
This is how the whole games as a service
Like
thing
the
is gonna
Avengers,
go down,
you
isn't
and
it?
your friends are stronger together. You'll assemble into teams of up to 4 players online.
Online? Okay.
Where you can master extraordinary abilities, where you can customize a growing roster of heroes,
Customize?
and defend the Earth from ever-escalating threats. Oh yes, oh yes.
That's literally what the leak said. It was accurate.
Journey with us. We're incredibly thrilled to announce
There was a leak on Reddit. That's literally almost word for word what it said.
no additional cost.
What about no additional cost? Sorry, I was talking over him.
So our promise to the community is that we won't have random loot boxes or pay-to-win scenarios.
Great, no loot boxes. Thank goodness. So I don't have to like buy missiles for Iron Man or anything.
Marvel Games, I know you're out here. IDOS Montreal, these guys are here. Nixie Software.
I'm definitely glad that that's a point that they're highlighting. Once again, that proves the Reddit leak to be true. So either this person was just really good at predicting this, or they actually knew about this.
Your superhero dreams. We have an exclusive gameplay demo in our booth that will show you more of the core campaign, its original story, and our superheroes in action.
So, Marvel's Avengers will release worldwide
Come on.
PS4, Xbox One,
Yeah.
Stadia, and PC.
Still no Switch. Okay.
We got you covered. And we're excited to be partnering with PlayStation to bring some awesome surprises to the PlayStation audience.
PS4 exclusive
Including
content?
early beta access.
Early beta access.
And unique benefits that we'll be revealing in the future.
I'm playing that.
But before we go, we have one final glimpse into our world, including when you'll get to play this game.
Okay. Release date or something.
Is what's next for the Avengers. Thank you, true believers.
Portals.
Progress, Hank. I have a plan, but it's risky. Hank, that doesn't look ready.
I was gonna say, is that some kind of aim thing? Because AIM was Ant-Man's enemy in the comics.
It worked.
And sometimes Iron Man. But I think it was mostly Ant-Man.
when they're small. Ah, didn't doubt you for a second, Hank.
May 15th, 2020. Huh. Just kind of like the movie release date. The first movie. That came out like, what, May 7th? 2012, right? Or something like that? Alright, so that's it. Okay guys, I'm back. And before I wrap up the video, I'd just like to say, in this trailer, we see the Avengers in the West Coast, which in Spider-Man PS4, Spidey actually says, the Avengers are probably out in the West Coast surfing or something. That can't be a coincidence. That's like too good to be a coincidence. The writers must have known that the Avengers game was taking place on the West Coast. So they added that line in there as a little hint. And as I mentioned before, Brian Intihar, the creative director of Spider-Man PS4, got a phone call one day, and he was freaking out, like, oh my god, this game's gonna be the Iron Man. This game's gonna be the Iron Man of the Marvel games. We can't F this up. In that interview. And I'm pretty sure by it being the Iron Man, he means creating a connected universe. It's also noteworthy to mention that Taskmaster is in this trailer, and in his boss fight in Spider-Man PS4, he says that he's fought the Avengers before. So that brings up the question, is this before or after Spider-Man PS4, or is it all happening simultaneously? I would assume it's either simultaneously or after Spider-Man PS4, because the whole thing of the Avengers being split apart happens 5 years before the events of Spider-Man PS4, then that line in the game wouldn't make any sense, because then Spidey would know that the Avengers are apart, and then he would have said something like, too bad the Avengers had to be outlawed. I could really use their help right now. Or something like that. But if it does happen simultaneously, or after Spider-Man PS4, then that means there's going to be a 5-year time jump. Already! Like, this is only the second game in the universe, and they're already doing a time jump. What? Why? And what are they doing with that? So, like, is Spider-Man PS4 2 going to take place in between the first Spider-Man game and Marvel's Avengers? But, anyway, one more thing I'd like to mention is that Iron Man's armor in the game looks like it was ripped straight out of Iron Man VR. And notice how all 3 of these games are called... Oh yeah, I forgot about Iron Man VR actually, so never mind, that would make Marvel's Avengers the 3rd game in the series. But they're still just getting started. But anyway, notice how all 3 of these games are called Marvel's Spider-Man, Marvel's Iron Man VR, Marvel's Avengers, just like the movies. How they're called, like, Marvel Studios, Iron Man, Marvel Studios, Spider-Man Homecoming, etc. That could mean the same thing with this. But let me know what all of you think in the comments below. Have a great day / night, and take care.
What are we waiting for?
This just got a whole lot more interesting.
Let's make this quick. Secure the bridge. Those weapons can't get into the city.
You set him up. Bombs, knock him down.